जयो कुंज बिहारी। जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरि वरधारी। जय जय यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। जमुना तीरा जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे राधे। नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रवेदिकाचार्य स्तोत्रशत श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इसके ऊपर Hare Krishna. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 5, text number 26. Kalavritya tu mayayam gunamayam adokshajah पुरुषेत्तमा भावे पुरुषेनात्मभूतेन वीर्यमाधत्त वीर्यवान् कालवृत्त्या तु मायाया गुणमय्यामदोक्षजः पुरुषेनात्मभूतेन वीर्यमादत्त वीर्यवान् कालवृत्त्या तु मायाया गुणमय्यामदोक्षजः पुरुषेनात्मभूतेन वीर्यमादत्त वीर्यवान् Mataji's. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The Supreme Living Being in His feature as the Transcendental Purusha incarnation, who is the Lord's plenary expansion, impregnates the material nature of three modes, and thus, by the influence of eternal time, the living entities appear. Purport. The offspring of any living being is born after the father impregnates the mother with semen, and the living entity floating in the semen of the father takes the shape of mother's form. Similarly, mother material nature cannot produce any living entity from her material elements unless and until she is impregnated with the living entities by the Supreme Lord. That is the mystery of generation of the living entities. This impregnating process is performed by the first Purusha incarnation, Karanarnavashayi Vishnu. Simply by his glance over material nature, the whole matter is accomplished. We should not understand the process of impregnation by the personality of Godhead is terms of our conception of sex. The omnipotent Lord can impregnate just by his eyes, and therefore he is called all-potent. Each and every part of his transcendental body can perform each and every function of the other parts. This is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita, Angani yasya sakalendriya vrityamanti. In Bhagavad Gita 14.3 also, the same principle is confirmed. Mama yonir mahat brahma. When the cosmic creation is manifested, the living entities are directly supplied from the Lord. They are never produced of the material nature. Thus, no scientist's advancement of material science can ever produce a living entity. That is the whole mystery of the material creation. The living entities are foreign to matter, and thus they cannot be happy unless they are situated in the same spiritual life as the Lord. The mistaken living being, out of forgetfulness of this original condition of life, unnecessarily wastes time trying to become happy in this material world. The whole Vedic process is to remind one of the essential feature of life. The Lord offers the conditioned soul a material body for his so-called enjoyment. But if one does not come to his senses and enter into the spiritual consciousness, the Lord again puts him into the unmanifested condition as it existed in the beginning of the creation. The Lord is described here as Viryavan, or the greatest potent being, because he impregnates material nature with innumerable living entities who are conditioned from time immemorial. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Basharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshtaya. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada beautifully explains in the purport, Lord Krishna's first expansion, Karanlokshay Vishnu, glances over the material nature and impregnates the material nature of the living entities. So this is the first creation. But then what is the purpose of this creation? Why do the Lord impregnates the material nature with the living entities? Because these living entities have the desire. They want their own kingdom. Just like children, they want to go to zoo to see the animals and the birds. They are a little bored of staying with their parents. They want some different things. So they want to go to zoo to see some animals and birds. So parents say, okay, no problem. So parents take them to the zoo, and the whole day the children are very happy, and the parents are always with the children. They say, no, please stay away from us. We want to enjoy separately from you. So parents say, okay. But how long the children can enjoy seeing that zoo or animals or birds? Whole day, right? In the evening, they become bored of seeing the animals and birds. Now they remember their parents and they remember their home. Oh, yes, now it is sunset. We must go back to our home, isn't it? So similarly, these conditioned souls, they also want to enjoy in this material world, but after enjoying for millions of lifetimes, finally they become frustrated, and then they remember, oh, my spiritual world, my home is in the spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan, Krishna is my Tumeva Mata Pita, Tumeva Sakha, Bandhu Sakha, Tumeva, right? So, although the children have left themselves from parents, they have given up their parents, but parents, they are so merciful, they have not given up the children. So therefore Krishna always makes the arrangement so that the children will come back home, at least in the evening. So Krishna manifests his spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan. He brings Golok Vrindavan from the spiritual world and manifests on this planet Earth. And he performs different pastimes, beautiful, attractive pastimes, so that we get attracted towards Krishna and we get a desire again to join his leelas in the spiritual world. So Krishna performs beautiful many pastimes. So one of these pastimes is deliverance of Putana. So today we'll discuss Krishna's delivering Putana. Shukadeva Goswami in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto 6th chapter 44th verse, he gives a benediction. He says, whoever listens to this katha or pastimes of Krishna delivering Putana, what will happen to such person? Whoever listens to this katha with faith and devotion, these two ingredients are very important. With faith and devotion, whoever listens to this katha, such person will develop attraction for Govinda. These are the as it is words from Shukadeva Goswami. Such person will develop attraction for Govinda. So it's only 45 minutes katha, so we can hear with faith and devotion. So the chapter begins with Nanda Maharaj went to Mathura, and while returning from to pay annual taxes to Kamsa, and while returning, he had a discussion with Vasudeva. And Vasudeva is informing Nanda Maharaj that you please go as early as possible to Vrindavan Dham, because I can see there is some danger in Vrindavan, danger for Krishna. So now Nanda Maharaj is heading towards Vrindavan. So meanwhile, Kamsa, he called a important meeting. He called all his ministers and all his servants. And Kamsa is such a rascal, such a cruel demon. When he came to know that Devaki's 8th son will be the cause of his death, he said that, okay, whichever child is born in recent past, we should all kill them. Just imagine, for the life of one person, he is ready to kill millions of innocent, helpless children. So our life is so important that just to maintain my one life, I am ready to take millions of lives, and that to innocent, helpless children. And then he appointed Putana for completing this task, because he had complete faith that this Putana, she is such a cruel-hearted demoness. Her propensity is actually towards her happiness to drink blood and eat flesh of innocent babies. And therefore he appointed Putana for this task. And another speciality of Putana was, nowadays the rituals have stopped, but previously all the parents, they would perform rituals of purificatory process to please gods, demigods, and get blessings for their children. That was a ritual. But this Putana was so expert, she could even take away or snatch away or steal away even those blessings from the god. Something the god gives blessing to the children, okay, let you be happy. But Putana was such a demoness, she would take the subtle blessings of the demigods away from the children. And therefore Kamsa appointed Putana for this task. So now Putana mercilessly started slaughtering babies. And Radhanath Swami Maharaj Ji, he mentions in his class, just like when we see innocent goats, cows, chickens and other animals, they are also looking like towards the people, please don't kill us, have a mercy upon us. But we ruthlessly, mercilessly kill millions of animals every day. Just like Putana, she was killing millions of children. So now Prabhupada writes in the purport that Putana, she was a khechari. Khechari means a witch which can fly in the sky with the help of a stick. And Prabhupada says that even today, in northwest part of India, there are some witches are still existing. Of course, there are very few, but still they are existing. So, as Shukadeva Goswami Maharaj is narrating this pastime to Parishit Maharaj, he is saying that this Putana is so cruel, and now this Putana is heading towards Gokul to kill all the babies in Gokul. Just see, Parishit Maharaj was listening with rapt attention, and immediately Shukadeva Goswami could see there was so much of anxiety on the face of Parishit Maharaj. He thought, oh my God, there is a danger for Krishna. There is a danger for Brajavasis in Vrindavan Dham now. So Shukadeva Goswami could understand. So this is the quality of a devotee. Whenever a devotee sees some danger for Krishna's life, or danger for Krishna's mission, or danger for Krishna's devotees, it pains devotees' heart. Devotees are not comfortable with their own comforts. Oh, I am happy, I got my food, I am happy. Devotees' anxiety is, there shouldn't be any danger for Krishna, there shouldn't be danger in Krishna's mission or Krishna's devotees. So Shukadeva Goswami could see this anxiety in the face of Parishit Maharaj, and therefore immediately the next verse Shukadeva Goswami says, Nayatra Shravanadini Rakshoghnani Swakarmasu Kurvanti Satvatam Bharatur Yatu Dhanyasya Tatrahi. Very, very beautiful and important shloka. Shukadeva Goswami says, my dear Parishit Maharaj, do not worry. I can understand your worry. But this verse explains that whichever place, whichever house, whichever area, the chanting and hearing of Krishna's glories is happening, that place, there cannot be any effect of bad elements. This verse explains whether it's a Satya Yuga, Kali Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, whichever Yuga is, whichever place, whichever house, if there is a chanting of Hare Krishna mantra is going on and hearing this holy name is going on, there couldn't be any effect of bad elements like witches or hobgoblins or ghostly beings or any black art and black magic, or sometimes people say, I have got this Rahu problem, Ketu problem. This is Shukadeva Goswami's ad-is-it words. Unfortunately, even sometimes sincere devotees also feel like, oh, there is a need for me to perform karma kanda, to become free from all these black arts and black magic and this and that. Shukadeva Goswami clear, who can be more dangerous than Putana? Who can be more dangerous than Putana, any witch or any Rakshasa or any black magic? And Shukadeva Goswami is giving the perfect Ramban solution for this problem. Here is a verse. You just chant Hare Krishna mantra. So therefore Shukadeva Goswami says, my dear Parishit, you do not worry. Krishna is present in Vrindavan Dham and all the Brajavasis are constantly chanting Krishna's holy name. Therefore there cannot be any bad elements effect in Vrindavan Dham. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in his song, Krishna Naam Sudha Kariyopan Judao Bhakti Vinod Pran Naam Bina Kichu Naikar Chauda Bhuvan Maje. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, within this 14 planetary system, only Hare Krishna mantra has a power. There is no other solution. The best atonement is chanting Hare Krishna mantra. The best karma kanda is chanting Hare Krishna mantra. The best process to attain anything you like, you want in your life, whether it is a dhanam, janam, anything, the best process is to chant Krishna's holy name. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. And beautifully, Jiva Goswami writes in the Gopal Champu, very nice. He says, Putana was hovering, she was traveling and flying in many places and she was killing children, but she could not go to a place where she could only kill the children where there is no chanting Krishna's holy name. Jiva Goswami writes in the purport, in the commentaries. She could kill only children where there is no Krishna Bhakti or Narayana Bhakti. Only such places she could kill children. So now, she wanted to go to Gokul. First she tried to enter through the land by walking, but then she found out this Gokul land is protected by the gods, the demigods. Therefore, she took a form of an owl, Ullu, and she started flying. So from the sky, she entered in Gokul. And then she had a hideous form. She knew that I can't enter in Gokul with this form. So she transformed herself. She took up a very beautiful lady and holding a lotus flower, swirling the lotus flower in her hands. She looked like Lakshmi. So now, all of our Acharya writes that how come that Putana, she had such a bad intention to kill Krishna, how could she got the entry in Vrindavan Dham? And nobody could take any objection or nobody spoke against Putana. It was purely Krishna's desire. Krishna attracted her. Krishna said, I don't want any more killing of innocent children. First you come to Gokul now. So he, with his Yogamaya potency, he attracted Putana to Gokul. So that pastime potency or Lila Shakti, she allowed Putana to enter into Gokul Dham. So now, she changed her form from hideous form to a beautiful form simply by chanting some mantras. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj says that because we don't like our look, therefore we try to change our look. Just like, putting on cosmetics and so many things. Because we don't want our original, we don't like our original form, original beauty. Therefore we want to put something artificial on it. We want to show something else. But in heavenly damsels, they don't put on any cosmetics because they are happy with their natural beauty. So Radhanath Swami Maharaj said, actually we should love our original form. And sometimes also we can use it. So it's okay. So she appeared like a Lakshmi swirling the lotus flower. She entered. And most of the people thought this is a Lakshmi, she is coming to our Dham. But Sridhar Swami says that she was not a Lakshmi. Because afterwards she changed her attitude. She wanted to feed her breast milk to Krishna. That means she is in the mood of Vatsalya Bhav. And Lakshmi is in a Madhurya. So therefore she couldn't be Lakshmi. Another beautiful point, our Acharyas write, why did Putana get the entrance in Vrindavan Gokul Dham? Because Krishna wanted that Putana also should get some association of gopis. Because now Krishna wants to give Putana entrance into Golok Vrindavan Dham, and she has no experience of Vrindavan or any Brajavasis. So at least for few minutes, few hours, she should get some association of the gopis. So let her inside. Therefore even Uddhava's case, Krishna sent Uddhava to Vrindavan Dham to get association of the gopis. So similarly, Krishna allowed Putana simply to get association of the gopis. She was looking so beautiful, but intentions were so cruel. So our Acharya writes that she was like a sharp sword, but fixed in a soft sheath. Talwar man ke andar. She looked like a whale which is covered with the green grass to trap an elephant. She was looking externally like a desire creeper, but inside she was like a poisonous plant. So as she entered, first thing she did, she started chastising Yashoda Mai. She says, oh Yashoda, you don't know how to take care of infant babies. And she gives an example. She says, just like the life air is so dear to us, our life air, our prana is so dear to us, therefore we keep our life air within our body. We don't keep life air outside the body. Because it's so dear to our heart, so we keep life air within the body. But this baby is billion times more valuable than the life air. And you are keeping this baby just lying here and there. Therefore you don't know how to take care of this baby. Now I'll show you. So our Acharyas write this. I have a special milk flowing in my breast, so I'll feed my breast milk to this baby, and this baby will get a nice health. So Yashodamai was very innocent. She said, okay, you have come to serve my child. It's fine. So now, Putana, as she approached Krishna, Krishna immediately closed her eyes. So our acharyas give beautiful explanations. At least 20 reasons why Krishna closed his eyes. The first reason our acharyas give, why Krishna closed his eyes, because when a small baby, when they see unknown people, because they can't recognize the child, recognize the person, they immediately close their eyes. So similarly, Krishna was acting like an infant baby or innocent baby. So he thought, oh, who is this lady? I don't know her. So he closed his eyes. And then another reason is that Krishna thought this lady is very cruel. She had killed many babies, millions of babies. So therefore I don't want to see her face. So he closed his eyes. And then he remembered his past incarnation as Lord Ram. When Lord Ram appeared, the first demon he had to kill, that was the demoness Tataka, who was a woman. And then Krishna said, oh my God, even in this Leela also, I had to kill this woman first. The first demon I had to kill is this woman. So therefore he said, oh, I don't want to see her. He closed his eyes. And then he saw that she has applied a deadly poison on her breast. And Krishna has to suck her breast milk. That means he has to drink that poisonous milk. So therefore he closed his eyes, because whenever you give some bitter medicine to children, they become like this, oh, I don't like this bitter medicine. So they close their eyes. So similarly, Krishna thought this is a bitter medicine, this is a poisonous milk, I don't want to drink it. And then another reason our Acharya give, Krishna started meditating on Lord Shiva. He said, my Shiva, again you will have to perform another pastime of drinking the poison. This is your job. You drank the whole poison of the ocean. This is a little bit poison, you please come. So he started meditating on Lord Shiva, so he closed his eyes. Another reason Acharyas give, that Krishna's eyes, they represent sun and moon. Right eye is the sun, left eye is the moon. So when sun and moon, they saw Putana, they said, no, we don't want to give liberation to Putana through us. And therefore, both of them closed. So Krishna closed his eyes. Another beautiful example our Acharya gives, Krishna was thinking that if I shower my karuna drishti, compassionate glance over this lady, she will be saved. And if I shower my ugra drishti on her, she will be burnt into ashes. क्या करे पता नहीं चल रहा है. So Krishna became confused. What to do? If I now throw my innocent glance or a merciful glance, she will be saved. If I put my ugly glance, she will be burnt. Better I'll close my eyes. And in this pathetic situation, Krishna thought, okay, I don't know what to do. Then Krishna said, okay, let me do some yoga. So Krishna closed his eyes. She was in a yogic position. Therefore he closed his eyes. And then Krishna thought, this lady, she came in the mood of a mother. She wants to feed a breast milk to me, but she is very duplicitous. She wants to feed milk, and at the same time she also wants to kill me. She is very duplicitous. Therefore, he closed his eyes. Another reason, Krishna thought, if I keep my eyes open, and this lady, if she looks directly into my eyes, she will be very fearful, because no one can maintain their original or artificial identity. So Krishna thought, if she looks it in my eyes, or she comes in front of me, my eyes, she can't maintain her artificial form of a beautiful lady. She will come into that hideous original form, and all the Brajavasis who are here now, they'll be frightened to see this hideous form. Therefore, let me close my eyes. And then Krishna said, after all, she is a lady. I don't want to see her dying. Therefore, he closed his eyes. Another reason Krishna gives, now she has come in the mood of killing me, violent mood, and if I looked at her, it would be like I approve her violent mood. Therefore, in the future generation, people should not feel that, oh, Krishna also approved her this activity. Therefore, Krishna closed his eyes. So in this way, our acharyas give beautiful explanation why Krishna closed his eyes after seeing Putana. So finally, Putana came close to Krishna, and then she picked up Krishna, placed him on her lap. She didn't know. She was thinking it is an innocent child, just like a snake takes a mongoose and keeps on its lap, thinking that it's a mouse. Snake keeps a mongoose on a lap and thinks it's a mouse, but finally mongoose eats the snake. So similarly, she was also thinking it's an ordinary child. But when she saw closely, she could understand, oh my God, this is not an ordinary child. He has the power to destroy the entire universe. He is like a fire covered with ash. And then she understood she had made a big mistake. But still she went ahead. She picked up Krishna and she pushed her breast nipples in the lotus mouth of Krishna. So our acharyas write, even after understanding that this person is not an ordinary child, why did she went ahead? Our acharyas write, she was an ignorant fellow. She was a stupid, foolish lady. She was not intelligent. After even understanding there is a danger, still she went ahead. That means she is not intelligent. So, Prabhupada beautifully writes. Prabhupada said Krishna was 3 months old or 3 months age. In some places, some acharyas say Krishna was 10 days old. Some acharyas say he was 6 months old. Everything is right. Everything is perfect. All the explanations are right. Because one of our acharyas writes say that because Krishna performed this pastime not just once, in many times, many universes. So sometimes at the age of 10 days, he kills Putana. Sometimes at the age of 3 months, he delivers Putana. Sometimes at the 6 months old. So, but particularly Prabhupada writes that this time he was 3 months old. So we just consider it as 3 months. So Prabhupada writes, although he was just 3 months old, he was still God. And Prabhupada says that he had no time for meditation. Some people say that, okay, after meditating for many months and years and decades, I will become God. Prabhupada says he is 3 months old child. While lying on the lap of his mother, he is still God. And why? Where is the question of meditating? He doesn't even know what meditation means. So God is always God. Not by simply meditating one becomes God. So she picked up Krishna. She placed Krishna on her lap. Although she touched Krishna's divine body, but there was no ecstasy, there was no love, because there was no appreciation for Krishna's beauty. So similarly, we may see Krishna, but because there is no love in the heart, there is no appreciation, therefore we can't even see his beauty. So same thing happened with Putana. So Krishna killed her, and Krishna gave her explanation. See, I am not at fault. Because for a child, breast milk is most important. And you came and you wanted to feed me with your breast milk. I simply sucked your breast milk and you died. It's not my fault. Because you only came to my place, you pushed your nipple of your breast in my mouth, and you died. I didn't do anything. So in this case, our acharyas write that Krishna was killed by Sanghara Shakti of Krishna, destructive power of Krishna. Because Krishna doesn't do personally any killing of the demons. So the Sanghara Shakti of Krishna, she killed Putana. So now, as she was holding Krishna, Krishna caught hold her breast with two hands and so tightly, and he started squeezing out. So as she started pain, so she came out of the room or a hall of Bhavan of Nanda Maharaj. Krishna actually inspired her to come out of the hall of that Bhavan or palace. So Krishna started sucking the breast milk. So first he drank the poison, after that he also drank the milk, then he sucked out the life years of Putana. And some of our acharyas write, why did Krishna suck the breast milk of Putana? Because Putana had killed many millions of children earlier. All those children's souls were present within the heart of Putana. One may say, how is this possible? The children's body were already eaten by Putana. She had eaten the flesh and drank the blood of the infant babies. How come those babies' souls were still present in the heart of Putana? Because when Yamudutas or Yamraj came to take away the souls of the children, Krishna told Yamraj, let all the children remain in the body of Putana. I want to perform a special pastime with them. So here at this time, Krishna sucked the life airs of Putana, and through the nipples, he also sucked all the souls which are present within the body of Putana, and then he gave them brought them back to life. All the children who were dead before earlier, now he, with his beautiful divine touch of his lotus lips, he brought them back to life. So that means Putana couldn't do any harm. Even those previous children also brought back to life. So now, Putana, she was feeling excruciating pain. She couldn't bear that pain. And she started screaming loudly, leave me, leave me, leave me, oh child, leave me. But Krishna was not ready to leave. And finally, actually Krishna, within that short period of time, he gave her a condensed punishment, severe punishment. Just like, if someone is in the jail for 30, 40 years, continuous punishment is there. But Krishna gave that intense punishment within just short span of time. And she was completely purified because of that suffering. So whenever there is some suffering in life, anyone's life, actually that suffering also brings purification. So here, and now she was about to die. So one of our acharya writes, at least at the time of death, one cannot maintain or artificial form. One has to come into the real form. Just like Lord Ram, when he shot arrow to the deer, that deer was not an original deer, that was a Maricha demon. So when he was about to die, Maricha came again to his original form as a demon. Even Shurpanaka, when Lakshman cut off the nose and ear of Shurpanaka, again she also came in the original form. So at the time of death, one cannot remain in the artificial form. Similarly, when we perform devotional service, at neophyte stage, we may put on some artificial, oh, I am so advanced, I am this, that. But as we become a little older and become matured, finally you come to our senses, actually I am not advanced. We come to our sense and we accept, yes, I am not advanced. So Putana also showed that. So now Putana came into her original form and her body was 12 miles long. 12 miles long. And she fell on the ground. Jiva Goswami ji writes that she fell in the orchard or flowering gardens. And this garden was a favorite garden of Kamsa. So Krishna made arrangement that her gigantic body will not fall in Gokula, on the houses or a cow shed. She fell on the favorite garden of Kamsa. And Kavi Karnapur writes more specific. She fell in the garden of mango trees, which are very dear to Kamsa. So then, wow. As she fell down, our acharyas explain how her body were looking like. Her arms and legs seemed to be like big bridges. Her two thighs were looking like two banks of the rivers. Her abdomen looked like a dried lake. Her two nostrils looked like two deep mountain caves. Her sockets of her eyes looked like a two deep well. And the hair on her body looked like a jungle of reddish bushes. So in this way, the 12 miles long body of Putana. So when Nanda Maharaj and all the Brajavasis, they were coming, they saw, who is this creature? Such a huge body, 12 miles long. And then he understood, oh my God, Vasudeva already predicted that there could be some danger in Vrindavan Dham. So all the Brajavasis, they set fire to Putana's body. And surprisingly, when Putana's body was burning, the whole atmosphere was permeated with the fragrance of aguru. Now our Acharya said, this is such a demoness, cruel-hearted demoness. But at the time of death, her body was smelling like aguru, such a beautiful fragrance. Because she was completely, thoroughly purified by Krishna's presence to her, or Krishna's touch to her body. She had become very divine. So when she left her body, a celestial chariot came down from Goloka Vrindavan, not from other planets. And our acharyas give the explanation that this chariot was so huge, it had 100 wheels. There were 10,000 mirrors and 10,000 white chamaras decorating the entire chariot. So in this way, Putana Devi, she ascended the chariot and she went directly back to Golok Vrindavan. So now meanwhile, when Putana was carrying Krishna and she went outside the palace of Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai couldn't even believe what's happening. So when she saw that her child is taken away, she fainted. She became unconscious. Our Acharya said that it was very good that she became unconscious. If she was conscious, she couldn't bear with her life, she couldn't maintain her life. She would have died by seeing the separation from Krishna. So it's better that she became unconscious. So she doesn't know what happened during this entire episode. When Putana died, some of the gopis climbed on the bodies of Putana and they brought Krishna down from the body and they brought Krishna in front of Yashoda Mai. Even after seeing Krishna, she didn't come to her external consciousness. So finally some of the gopis, they placed Krishna on the lap of Yashoda. And then by the touch of Krishna's divine body, she came into consciousness. Now previously she had become unconscious because of the separation of Krishna. Now after seeing Krishna, she went in again ecstasy. Because of that happiness, she couldn't bear that ecstasy. Again she fell unconscious. After some time again she came into consciousness. And by seeing her beautiful baby on her lap, she went in ecstasy and she started speaking. Oh, my child is more beautiful than the blue lotus. And therefore, the damsels of the heavenly planet, they had kidnapped my child to adore their ears. My child is more precious than the blue sapphire. And therefore, the Nagapatnis, the wives of the Kaliya, they stolen my child to adore their forehead Now here the Acharya is right. The baby is only 3 months old. And Yashoda Mai is talking about Nagapatnis, Kaliya's wives. That will happen in the future. But one of our Acharya writes that Krishna is all omniscient. He knows past, present and the future. And because Krishna is all omniscient, his devotees also are all omniscient. They also know past, present and the future. So Yashoda Mai could see that in the future, Nagapatnis will be there and Krishna would dance on the hoods of the Kaliya. And therefore he is saying that my child is more precious than a blue sapphire, and therefore the Nagapatnis have stolen him to adore their forehead. Then he says that my child is a personification of perfections, siddhis. And therefore the yoginis, they had stolen Krishna to get some help from Krishna to get perfection in the siddhis. And then she says, I know Shiva must have mistaken my child to be moon, to place on his matted hair or matted lock. By saying this beautiful explanation, all the gopis, they just fell at the lotus feet of Yashoda Mai. So now Yashoda Mai was fully in trance. Therefore she didn't know what to do next. So all the elderly gopis, they started performing rituals of purifying the baby. He is supremely pure. But the gopis had such a vatsalya mood for Krishna, so they started thoroughly giving bath to Krishna's body with cow's urine. Unfortunately, in Kali Yuga, we think, oh my God, cow urine smell, oh, so obnoxious. We are so unfortunate, we are really demons. In Kali Yuga, we can tolerate the smell of dog's stool. But cow's urine and cow's stool, they feel, oh my God, see. Here the gopis are giving bath to Krishna for purification of Krishna with the cow urine. After giving thorough bath of cow urine, they started applying 12 tilaks on Krishna's body with cow dung. Cow urine is not sufficient. Okay, let us have 12 tilaks of cow dung. And then on the top of that, they smeared Krishna's body with the dust which are raised from the cow's hooves. 3 times, full hat-trick. Cow dung, cow urine, and the dust from the cow's hooves. And then the 4th item is, they started waving cow's tail over the body of Krishna. Therefore, sometimes people take a cow's tail and place on their head to get the blessings of Gomata. And then the gopis started reciting Krishna Kavacha. Now you see, so many things are happening in Vrindavan, but you will never find even a little explanation of performing Karma Kanda. No way! Everything is related to only Narayan and Krishna. Even if they want to perform some rituals, it is only related to Narayan. Some yajnas, only Narayan. Even those chanting the 12 mantras, that is also related to Narayan. And finally, on the top, they started reciting Krishna Kavacha. And this Krishna Kavacha, the gopis had heard from Durvasa Rishi. And Durvasa Rishi had heard this Krishna Kavacha from Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, for his protection, he regularly recites Krishna Kavacha. And we find out so many other places, so many other solutions. So, after that, all the rituals, now Krishna, Yashoda Mai, she became little normal. She placed Krishna on her lap and she started feeding her breast milk to Krishna. When Krishna started drinking that breast milk, Yashoda Mai understood, now my child is in good health. Right now, previously he was attacked by demons, but now he is in good health because he started drinking my milk. So, Uddhavji, in 3rd canto, in 2nd chapter, 23rd verse, he says, Aho bakiyam stanakalakutam jigam sayapayaya api asadhavi लेभे गतिम धात्री उचिताम ततोन्यम कम वा दयालुम sharanam brajema. My dear Krishna is so kind, he is so merciful. Even the demoness which she came with the intention of killing Krishna, Krishna delivered her. Not just delivered, Krishna gave her the position of a mother or a nurse in the spiritual world. So after even having such a personality, why should I go to some other place? Uddhavji is also saying that Krishna is so kind, why not just stick to Krishna's lotus feet? Why are you just taking shelter of so many other things? And our Acharya is right. Who is this Putana? Putana was a Ratnamala from her previous life. In Brahma Vaivarta Puran, Ratnamala was, Brahma Vaivarta Puran explains that Ratnamala was a sister of Bali Maharaj. And Garga Samhita explains that Putana was a daughter of, Ratnamala was a daughter of Bali Maharaj. But anyway, either is okay. So when Bali Maharaj, Lord Vamandev came to the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaj, he asked, please give me some land. Bali Maharaj said, okay, whatever you want, granted. But he was so beautiful, small baby boy. This Ratnamala had a desire, oh my God, if he becomes my child, I'll feed my breast milk to him. That was his first desire after seeing Krishna in the form of Vamandev. But then afterwards, Vamandev took away everything from Bali Maharaj and he bound him like an animal. So Bali Maharaj could understand, but Ratnamala didn't understand. So she thought like, he's a cheater. So then she said, okay, if you become my child, I will kill you. So her first desire was to feed Krishna, Vamandev as a milk to become her mother, to become his mother. But later on she had a desire to kill him. So Krishna fulfilled her both the desires. In this Leela, Krishna purified her and gave her mother's position. And our Acharya is right that this Putana demoness represents the demon in our heart, which is a pseudo guru, means who is not genuine guru, he is a pseudo guru. So Putana also, she didn't come with the original form, she came with the artificial form. So similarly, pseudo gurus are those who have no devotion for Krishna, but artificially they show like, I am very big spiritualist or a great Pandit or a Shastri learned Pandit. But here is pseudo Pandit. And our Shukadev Goswami, he gives a beautiful analogy. He says, just like a hunter, when he captivates all the animals, he doesn't put faith in them. He always have constantly vigilant all those captive animals. So similarly, a sadhaka or a practitioner should not put faith in his mind and the senses. He should have constant vigilance on the senses and the mind. Within 1 minute, it's already 15, but within 2 minutes I'll explain. Rupa Goswami in Lalita Madhav, he explains why did Krishna kill Putana? Because Putana not only tried to kill Krishna, she had also kidnapped 6 Gopikas in her feast. Because Kamsa had ordered Putana, if you see a male child, you immediately kill him. And if you see a female child, you can kidnap them. So she was carrying Sri Radha, Lalita, Sebhya, Bhadra, Padma, one more. So all these 6 gopis, she was carrying in her feast because she had a gigantic body. So when she came to Nanda Maharaj's Bhavan, those gopikas were already in her fist, in her palms. And Krishna said, oh my God, Sri Radha ko bhi tumne kidnap kiya, ab to main tumko nahi chhodunga. So Krishna, so while killing her, she was looking at Radha because Sri Radha was inside the feast of Sri Putana, yes. So then after killing, then Purnamasi is telling Gargi, Gargi is asking Purnamasi, how is that nobody could see these gopikas, Sri Radha and others? She said, before even others could see, I climbed the body of Putana's, that gigantic body, and took all those 6 girls from the feast of her body, and then I placed them in their respective mothers. And nobody could understand that Putana had kidnapped this Sri Radha and others. So in this way, Krishna gave deliverance, delivered Putana, and gave the highest position of mother in the spiritual world. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.